Hello everyone, welcome to the Fig Files. Today I'm going to melt some copper. Take a look here. What I'm going to do is I want to try to measure and see how much, phosphorus and the phosphorus sand and oxides are in copper pipe. I was just showing you what I got set up here. And over here, got some junk copper pipe that I used a pipe cutter to bring them down to size so I can throw them in this crucible. Anyway, let's see how much this pipe weighs. Set it on, I think it's set on ounces. Yes, it is. Let's take a look. Hang on, let me set you down for a moment.
Copper pipe usually has less than 1% of tin, zinc, and phosphorus.
Alright. What do we have here? See if I can make it all sit in here. There we go. Maybe close enough, I think. Let's lean in a bit. Hang on a second. Am I going to be able to make this work? They're just going to keep on rolling, aren't they? There we go. Careful. Alright, what are we looking at? We are at 40 ounces, 40.2. 40 ounces, 2 grams. Alright, you guys remember that because I usually forget. Let's get the furnace going and melt some pipe. Usually like to start at around 20 pounds. There we go. Alright guys, time to heat some stuff up. Alright, let's get the pipe in the crucible. Let's see, I just usually guess on my flux. I think I'm going to start off with 3 or 4 tablespoons. Pretty heaping. We'll do 3. Alright, how much can we stuff in here? There we go. Now, usually, I'm not going to. Okay, well maybe I'm not going to put everything in here in the beginning, but once this stuff melts, then I'll be able to get the rest in. Get a couple small ones in there at least. We'll still get it all melted in one shot. Those will have to wait. All right. Now, what I was saying is, usually you don't want all this hanging over the crucible. You want it, maybe half an inch over would be fine, because some of this metal might melt down onto the edge and pour over the side, which is not good for the furnace. But if you keep an eye on it, don't walk away from it. Of course, you don't want to walk away from it anyway. And, maneuver stuff around as it starts seeping into the crucible, you should be okay. Alright, just waiting for the crucible to warm up. And we'll do this. Okay, I'm going to sneak in front of the camera here and turn this up to about 30 pounds. Well, actually, all the way up to 30 pounds. Because that's all this furnace can take. Let's get our copper in here. I'm wearing the wrong gloves for this. There we go. Pretty heavy. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this and even hear me for that much, because this furnace is always louder than it appears. But look, if you look in here, see where the torch comes out on the side of the bottom of the wall there? The flame is hitting the side of the crucible, so it goes around the crucible. You have all sides of it. That makes sense? So, okay, let her cook. Well, it's getting red hot. Let's take a look. Just a reminder that copper takes about 45 minutes to an hour to melt in my furnace, my 12 kilogram furnace. So it takes a while. And another thing I have to do is I have to open or take off the lid to let oxygen in. Otherwise, this copper will not melt with this 12 kilogram furnace. So keep that in mind if you have the same size furnace as me, that you got to take the lid off a couple times to let oxygen in. Very well. I'd say about another 5-10 minutes, it's going to start burning down, falling down. Alright, you guys, it looks like the copper pipe is starting to fall down.
Sorry for all the noise, just going to add the rest of the pipe in here.
Alright, guys, let's add the last two pieces of pipe. I think we have room. Very good. Roll in. Roll in. Alright, you guys, all of them are in. Let's take a look here. Give all about 20 more minutes. Alright, you guys, it is time. Grab my tool. See if we can do something here. I'm overpouring, that's for sure. All the slag, basically. Enough. Shut that down so you guys can actually hear me, because I know you have a problem hearing me with this furnace blazing. Actually, let's leave that off. Let's put this back in. Always put your crucibles back in after you're done with them. If you leave them out to cool too quick, they may crack. Alright, you guys. It's time for the quench. Woohoo! Now, usually when I cook down my copper pipe, basically, because that's all I've ever really cooked down, I've never had really copper wire or anything, but I re-cook it again to pour these molds with less flux. That way you don't have dirty looking stuff going on here. Although a lot of this slag's going to pop off. Let's do this. So not the clean as a pour because of the slag, but we'll clean them up, or at least I'll try, see how they turn out. And we got to do weigh on all this. Whoop. So the red sand, you guys, is, I guess, from what I'm seeing, copper pipe is about 99% copper. You have about 1% phosphorus, and just the oxides, which is all this red sand in here. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'll clean them up and we'll weigh them, see what we got. Over here, we have my pieces. And I got some of it off. I didn't really go clean it all the way. What I'm going to do, guys, is keep this copper that's sitting right here and do another video and melt it down with just a little thinner, just a speck of borax flux, and see if we could do some nice clean pours. Anyway, let's weigh this stuff up. We turn it on, open it up. I said open it up. There we go. Oh, it's still a little warm. Hopefully it won't melt my scale. We'll do it real quick because that's a little warm still. Whoop. There we go. Chunk. Okay, where are we at here? My glasses. Let's see here. Alright, I got it, you guys. Makes perfect sense. We have 39.5 ounces. And I do believe we had 40 ounces and 2 grams. So we lost a little bit of oxides and whatever this phosphorus stuff is. I'll look into it more myself. But there it is. And like I said, next time we're going to clean that stuff up. And whew, I'm sweating. Clean that stuff up and do some clean pours. See what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.